What's up everybody, Renfail here, and unless you're living under a rock, you've seen me playing a ton of Starfield with my second playthrough that I started with the May 15th update. I'm here to tell you, the new console edition, at least for the Series X, is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, the things they've changed in this game, the things they've added, the quality of life features, it's absolutely amazing. I've been having just a phenomenal time. I kind of wanted to dive in a little bit this morning and talk about some of the things that have changed and why it's such a game changer for taking the base experience of this game, which was good. I think my final review was like, I'd have to go back and watch it again, but I think it was like a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it was a good game with some issues, and those issues I feel have largely been patched out now, and they've added a ton of quality of life features with more stuff coming in the pipeline. Like, we still have the land vehicles coming, plus the Shattered Space expansion later on in the fall. So right now, the big thing when you're on a planet now is we have this new map system, which is the new surface maps. And what we can see here is we now have all these POIs that are represented when we are in scan mode looking around. And all of these, if we run around and look at these, if they're grayed out, we can't fast travel to those, but if they're white, it means we've actually gone to those, and we can directly fast travel from the surface map now. This is a huge update, and it's actually a little more, like, if we go down to the spaceport, or at least down to the first level, it's a little more dramatic when you're looking down, when you're looking from down and looking up towards the heights of New Atlantis. So we're going to jump down really quick and see what that looks like, because it adds a whole new layer of verticality to things, where we can be down here, we can toggle the map and look up and be like, oh wow, so this is a massive place. Look at all these structures, look at all these tiers, the transit system that we can use. And then of course we can go back out, you know, if we want to go to the surface map and look at things from here. And you'll also notice a new sort of verticality to things here, the way they've done these surface maps and the way you can sort of move around and explore at your leisure the different places. You could zoom in, so on and so forth, and go from there. So the surface maps are a pretty cool addition. You can go from here. Like I said, fast travel is really easy now, because it's as simple as you do need to first visit a place, but once you've gone there, you can then fast travel directly from there. So that's a big update. Probably the biggest portion of this, which I know a lot of people are excited about, it's one of the things that got me interested in doing a second playthrough immediately rather than waiting for the expansion in the fall, and that was the new gameplay options here, all these survival options that you can now choose from, and there's a lot here. And I've got a different video where we're talking about it's everything you need to know about these different systems that you can now adjust. None of this was in the game when it first launched. So things like ammo weight and sustenance, which is one of the things I'm running in my survival mode, there's some pretty significant pros and cons. Like, if you're malnourished, it's like, we can actually look at it really quick. We can go in here to the status effects. When you're hydrated, as an example, plus 30% on your oxygen recovery, plus 15% sneak attack bonus, 25% reload speed, which is pretty significant. And then if you're well fed, 30% health bonus, 15% melee damage bonus, 25% carry capacity. When you're malnourished, however, and you haven't had anything to drink, it's the direct opposite. So there's a significant incentive to staying hydrated and well fed, because it gives you some pretty significant bonuses, which is a big deal if you're playing on a survival mode and you need all the damage bonuses and carry bonuses and everything else that you can get. And then from here, that adds another layer to the existing system of saying, okay, we've got all these food and drink items which do different things. So if we go down here and look at, you know, some of these are basic. I'm going to try to find a couple here that have, this just does 5 health. But some of these, if I can go down and find some of them, ramen mini bite, these are all just health. I may not have any on me right now, but all these different food and drink items give you different stats. I know we have some some drinks that show this. Health, hydration, and you get XP gain as an example from these. And this one is 15 health and carry capacity. I did have them, they were just down at the bottom of the list. Now, this is the base version of food and drink. Very, very helpful for staying hydrated and well fed and getting additional bonuses beyond the ones that I just showed you over on the status effects window. But there's another aspect to this, which I believe is over in the physical side, and I haven't gotten there yet because I've been this is a brand new playthrough, it's nutrition. So food and drink are 10% more effective, 20% more effective, 30% more effective, 50% more effective. So you can make things even more effective than they already are to help counterbalance the difficulty of the survival mode and the sustenance thing. And you can adjust, like I said, all those settings can be adjusted straight from the settings window for those of you who want to go in here and really tweak these things and give yourself as hardcore or as or not hardcore options as you want. So for me, the only things I've really done is I've changed the ammo weight to be weighted ammo, and I've turned sustenance to be on so that I have positive and negative effects. Everything else I've just left normal, so you can choose that. And also, because I absolutely suck, this is a new thing as well, which didn't exist in the base game, and that was one of the negatives I had in the base game, was I sucked at shooting, especially because of the 30 frames thing on the console, which we'll get to in a minute because they've added frames, frame rate increase to this. I turned the aim assist all the way on because I am not very good at shooting and aiming, and so I want all the help I can get. But you can turn this, you can adjust this however you want. You can have it to be off completely. You can have minimal assistance, normal assistance, increased, or greatly increased. I prefer greatly increased because gunplay is my one weak point. So I would love to have all the help you can get. And then you can adjust your saves and everything else. Now, beyond that, this is the big one for a lot of people, which was the ability to adjust the frame rate between 30 and 60, and then choosing whether or not you want to prioritize performance or visuals. And then if you have a monitor that's capable of it, you can do your VSync stuff on. So I've been playing, if you've been watching the streams of my second playthrough here, I have been playing on the visual mode targeting 60 frames, which means the game is trying to produce the best visuals possible while also giving you 60 frames a second. And I can say that for the most part, it's done a very good job. There are a couple of times where I've seen some slight hitching, and it's only been in New Vegas, and it's only been if I'm sprinting like this and I turn a corner and there's like suddenly 50 people on the screen, you're gonna notice there'll be like a slight little hitch. It'll be like, oh, hang on a second, as we load everything in. But it's been very minimal. But as you can see, this is such a big difference. So this is the visual mode, but you can go in from here and go in and turn on the we'll do it real quick so you can see what it looks like. Turn on the performance mode, and that gives you even better performance in crowded environments or where there's lots of action going on screen. But honestly, after having played the game now in my second playthrough for I don't even know how many hours of it now, a lot. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. The performance mode is just absolutely phenomenal, and honestly, if you're someone who really needs to have the maximum amount of frames and you're more sensitive to the slight hitching than I am, then you'll want to turn performance mode on. I think the first 5 or 6 hours of the game, when I first loaded up on the 15th, I played with performance mode on, and it was just really, really well. We can actually go up to the next tier actually if we want to, so we can see it a little bit better up top. Because there are a lot more people up top. But generally speaking, I've just left it on visual mode, and I've had no bad experiences so far. Because up here, I haven't been to the residential district. I may have come to we may need to go to a different area. Hang on! Did not mean to come to the residential area. Let's go look at Mast. Here we go. Yeah, because the Mast one is the one that... This is the one area, when you're coming to the Mast level, this is the area where I have noticed a tiny little bit, and it's mostly been when you're in this area and you turn a corner and there's just tons of people. But we're on performance mode right now. We're going to run up the ramp here and take a look at it. As you can see, the game still looks phenomenal. And then as we just pan around, it's great. So I have no complaints in terms of the changes they've made and the improvements that they've made to give the base game an even better quality of life polish pass. And for me, I think it's based on the way that I'm playing the game right now, I think my ultimate review, which I'll do another review here at some point as we get deeper into my second playthrough, and I'll do like a 2024 review. I feel like it's definitely gone up a point or two. Like that 7.5 is probably more like an 8.5 right now, and the addition of land vehicles is going to push that up to a 9. And then I don't know what they're going to be adding with the Shattered Space. Is it Shattered Space expansion? But having a great time. I think the new console edition updates that they've added are absolutely phenomenal. I think it's a good game that has now become a great game, and Bethesda's doing what they've always done. Every Bethesda game, I think, ever in the history of Bethesda games has launched slightly rocky, and then over time they've just patched it and made it better and better and better and better and better. And from what I've seen, they are committed to making this their next Skyrim, their next Fallout. They're looking their next Fallout 4. They're trying to make this into a legacy game that people are going to be playing for the next 20 years. It's working, at least for me. I'm having a great time. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. If you haven't already done so, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams happen here and on Twitch. I'm playing a lot of Starfield right now, so check out the second playlist. There's a Patreon and a Discord if you want to get involved with our community. And I'll see everybody in the next one. Stay safe. Have fun.